I'm in Pigeon Forge, but it's not why you think. No car shows. I'll explain next. Hey guys, I'm in Pigeon Forge. It's not for a car show this time. We're doing something a little different. Something for my daughter, but it's also kind of fits with my channel. But, you know, continuing in my series of doing like locations of old drive-ins, Pigeon Forge used to have one, so I decided to check it out where it was at and found all the info I could about it. And it was right here. All this big area. So the Cracker Barrel and the motel and all that was the Midland Drive-In. It was here probably until the 70s. Probably before my time when I used to come down here. I didn't start coming down here until I wasn't born until the 80s, but I used to come down here a lot. Put that there. But it was all back here. It was a big old area. Now, I don't have no photos of it, except for an aerial photo of Pigeon Forge. But I'll try to circle it out here and show you where it was at. But it was all right here. And that's the only drive-in I can find even in Sevier County. And you can see it was an absolute monster. So, now, there's no remnants. I drove around to look. There's nothing left of it to even show it was here. But this is where it was at. But why about, there is one other cool thing about Pigeon Forge. Even though you're not down here for a car show, around town there's a few spots of cool old vintage iron. And I'm gonna drive around right quick, take a peek at them, show you them too while we're at it. All right, so this is the original Dollywood entrance. And Dollywood originally was called Rebel Railroad. Then it became Gold Rush Junction, and then Silver Dollar City. I remember it being Silver Dollar City, and then it became Dollywood in the mid 80s. But they had this train here because it's been here since probably the 60s when this was Rebel Railroad, and it's advertised. It used to say Rebel Railroad on the side of it, and then it said Gold Rush Junction. This used to be the only advertisement for the whole place. This little building here is like ticket information and stuff. This old house here too. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the original train from Rebel Railroad. Now, speaking of Dollywood, when you're down here, if you actually go in Dollywood and take the tour, there's some pretty cool old cars in there in the old like 50 sections. There is especially around where Lightning Rod's roller coaster is. There is like a 59 Apache Wrecker that I absolutely fell in love with one time in there. There's an old Cadillac limo. There's an old Kaiser Manhattan, like a 56 Ford and a 57 Chevy or so, or maybe it's a 55, I can't remember, it's been a few years. There's a picture of me and my dad that's from back in the day in front of one they've got painted up as a police car. I'm not sure, I don't remember what it is now. I think it was a Ford. I think it was a 55 or 56 Ford, I can't remember, but I'll post that picture too. And welcome to the throwback with the long hair. So I stopped here at the Red Rooster because they used to have like a tractor, it said here, a vintage tractor and a vintage flatbed truck, but they're apparently gone now. But I wanted to tell a story while I was out here. Cool old Mustang pulling out there. And the story is, this place used to be a place called the Apple Tree Inn, and it burnt, but it used to be the best breakfast in town. And the reason I'm telling you about this place is It burnt, and you know, the original owners took it over. They were too old, and somebody else bought it, and they changed the name of it to Red Rooster. It's still pretty good, but it's not as good as it was. The original apple tree inn was the best breakfast I've ever had outside of eating at somebody's house. So, but the reason I'm telling you this story is there's a postcard from this place, the apple tree inn, when it was here, that we have a picture of. And right here sitting in the parking lot is my dad's car, the white 79 Grand Prix, the first one I actually owned that was originally dad's. So that's cool. I'll insert the shot of it right here. That's a shame they took the truck out. I'm driving across the island here in Pigeon Forge. It's kind of a cool place. Not really anything car related, I don't think, you know, here, but man, they got a huge Ferris wheel, so it's kind of cool to see. And there's your big Ferris wheel. Don't think there's any vintage iron out here except for maybe a statue though made of a truck. There might be one inside the liquor, the moonshine place. There used to be like a truck, but I can't remember now. We can't show you everything, obviously. Okay, that's Alcatraz East, and you see a cool sheriff's office car right there, but that's not why I'm pointing this out too. It's neat to look at though. But inside there is, if you take a tour of it, there is Dillinger's, the last car Dillinger owned, Ted Bundy's Volkswagen, the O.J. Simpson Bronco, and the movie car from Bonnie and Clyde. And I've got a picture of me standing in front of O.J.'s Bronco, and I'll post it up. Across the way over there's a motel they put in called Way Back Motel. And it's supposed to be like it's set in like the 70s or 60s and like all kind of deco and retro vibes. It's pretty cool. But if you really want to see an actual 70s style motel, there's a place here called Maples. I'm gonna drive you up to it. All right, I'm in front of Maples Motor Inn. Now this is what a real old school motel looked like from probably the 70s. We used to stay here every year when we come down to, or twice, 2 or 3 times a year actually, way back, because my papa was actually friends with the original owners. Now his nephew owns it. But you know, speaking of postcards too, one of the postcards for here, our car was in it, but I don't have a copy of it no more. Now I'm not gonna go in, but the downtown Flavor Town. Now the food it's not very good. It's very expensive and wasn't very good, but it's pretty cool for the games. But that's not why I'm telling you about it. The reason I'm telling you about it is the Diners, Drive-In and Dives 69 Camaro. It's inside there. I've got a picture of Emmy standing with it. I'm not gonna run in there and take a shot of it because I've got a picture of it already. I'll just insert it here. But I got a picture with Emmy standing beside it. She really liked it. It is a pretty good looking Camaro. So if you're in here and if you want to come play like bowl or something like that, you can come in there and check it out and bowl. So under that cover is one of the real General Lee's from the TV show. This is Cooter's place. Inside you can see they've got, I'm not sure if it's a replica or the real Jeep from Daisy's. This is Cooter's from the Dukes of Hazzard place, actually owned by Ben Jones that played on the Dukes of Hazzard. So, and like I said, it's raining. I'm not going to get out and go in, but if you like the Dukes of Hazzard, which, you know, me being from Hazzard, Kentucky, and it having a little looseless based on it, I absolutely love it. So that's something cool you can check out too. And I'm pretty sure it's free to go in there, and they have a big gift shop and a museum you can check out. Sometimes some of the cast members come in and visit. My sister's got a picture with Sonny Shore, aka Enos, a few years ago. This is apparently the Blackwood Brothers Quartet from Memphis. I'm not sure who they are. I don't really listen to gospel music. Not that I have anything against it or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. But well, J.J. Sumner was in there. I do know who that was. So okay, so these guys apparently Okay. So this is a replica. This is 39. Still pretty cool. See if we can see inside there. That's pretty nice. You can see. You probably see him better than I am. So it's an Arrow coach. Yeah. Wow, that is cool. Go ahead and check the other side out. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I saw that this is fairly new. I hadn't seen it till the other day. Would like to have it as a motorhome or something like it. So I'm at the Sunliner Diner now. It's not bad. It's alright. It's a little expensive and there's a few better diners, but I mean, if somebody wants to eat it, it's worth the trouble. But that's not why I'm here. This is why I'm here. 57 Ford Skyliner with the retractable roof. Now that's pretty cool. There used to be a 57 Chevy right here. It's gone. Now this has like the cars you can sit in and eat in it, so if you're into that thing, that's kind of cool. Like I said, there is better diners, but I really stopped for that. Now, Pigeon Forge, public transport or trolleys. And the new ones are more like buses, but I remember back when they were like, you can see one sitting over there, they were like, they actually had wood seats and curtains for windows and stuff. I wonder what the first trolley was. I would like to find a picture, or maybe the earliest one. It'd be neat if they had one in a museum down here, like in the transit office or something, just to kind of show you what they looked like. I'm gonna do this shot from the window because I really ain't got nowhere to park right there, but right there is a 60 or 61 Chevy at the old mill. Well, that's pretty cool too. Okay, so that's all the vintage iron around Pigeon Forge here. Now there's one other honorable mention I want to mention in Gatlinburg. Star Cars Museum has a bunch of movie cars. Man, I mean, you know, it's in Gatlinburg, it's a different town, but still, I mean, you know, if you're down here, you could go see that too if you want to see a bunch of cars that are used in film. Some pretty cool stuff there. But till then, that's the video for this. Hope you liked it. It's just a little something while I was down here. We got another video coming out that's something kind of cool, and it'll be out too. I'm getting ready to go film it right now. So till then, just keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and keep rigging things up.